In November of 2019, I purchased a 2020 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. I just hit 44,000 miles, so I thought I'd do an update video on how everything's going and the total cost of ownership so far. Before we get in the video, make sure you give it a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe if you aren't already, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Shortly after my brake pedal sensor rattle was fixed, I started noticing a new rattle in my steering wheel. I can hear the rattle without my stethoscope, don't let my thumbnail fool you. I've been to Toyota on 4 separate occasions and they still haven't been able to fix the issue. I only hear the rattle on certain types of roads and I usually have to be going over 45 miles per hour. Toyota will not address a rattle issue unless a technician can duplicate the noise on a drive. In my attempts to resolve the rattle, I have been on multiple drives with one of the managers and some of their lead technicians. The first time I went in, I went on a drive with one of the managers and we were not able to replicate the noise. The second time I came in, the manager and I went for another drive and this time we were able to replicate the noise. However, we were not able to pinpoint exactly where the sound was coming from, so they took apart the steering wheel and put some felt padding inside. This temporarily fixed the rattle, but unfortunately, it came back. Once the rattle started again, I went back to Toyota and luckily was able to duplicate the noise on the first test drive with one of the technicians. However, when I went to go pick up my car, they told me that to resolve the issue, I would need to replace my tires, which didn't make any sense considering where the rattle was coming from. I asked to speak to the manager and we came to the conclusion that the tech heard a different noise than I did on our drive. I came back to Toyota for a 4th time and the manager wanted to go on another test drive to try and replicate the rattle. At this point, I was tired of driving around trying to figure out where the rattle was coming from, so I just told them to pack the steering wheel with felt padding like they did the first time. Unfortunately, since then, the rattle has returned. All the employees at Toyota think I'm crazy, and I've given up hope that it will ever be resolved. I may revisit this in the future, but in the meantime, I'll be turning up the music to drown out the noise from the rattle. If anyone else has experienced a steering wheel rattle, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experience and how you got it resolved. Toyota Care came with the vehicle when I purchased it, and it covered all the services through 25,000 miles. The 30,000 mile service is a big service. They do a more detailed inspection, change all the fluids, an AC refresh, and of course, there's an oil change every 10,000 miles. This service usually costs around $175, but Toyota gave the service to me for free because of the problems that I had had with my vehicle. The 35,000 mile service was $30. It's just a quick inspection and a tire rotation. This one was also on the house. When my car was at the shop for the 35,000 mile service, they were also trying to resolve the rattle issue, which resulted in them using a third of a tank of gas, which is why the service was free. My 40,000 mile service was my first out-of-pocket expense for the vehicle. It was $91, which included 15% off for being a healthcare worker. About 1 month later, I decided it was time to upgrade my tires. I found the tires that I wanted at Costco and then I had Discount Tire price match them. I've always gone to Discount Tire in the past because their service is usually fast and they can get you an appointment right away. I picked out the Michelin Cross Climate 2s and had them installed for $874. After almost 3 years of ownership, this brings my total out-of-pocket expenses to $965. I'll give you guys a tire update once I put a few more miles on them. Despite the rattle issue, I still love my Toyota RAV4 and I can't see myself driving another vehicle. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.